Alright, let's dive into the wildest story that's been buzzing around lately, the one everybody's talking about, the one that's got the internet absolutely losing its mind. Danny DeVito, the legend himself, supposedly getting kicked off Jimmy Kimmel's show after what people are calling a fiery dispute. Now, I know what you're thinking of Danny DeVito, the guy who's been charming us for decades with his gravelly voice, his infectious laugh, and his ability to steal every scene he's in, from Taxi to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah, that Danny DeVito. And Jimmy Kimmel, the late-night king who's been cracking jokes and roasting celebrities for years, the guy who's hosted the Oscars and somehow always manages to stir the pot. These two seem like they'd get along like peanut butter and jelly, right? But apparently, something went down, and it went down hard. The rumors are swirling, the X-posts are blowing up, and people are piecing together this chaotic moment that allegedly ended with Danny storming off the set, maybe even with security involved, and Jimmy left scrambling to save face. Now, before we get too deep, let me make one thing clear: we're working with what's out there, the whispers, the speculation, and the few cryptic posts that have surfaced, because as of right now, there's no official footage of this supposed blow-up. But that's what makes it so juicy, isn't it? The mystery, the drama, the idea that two Hollywood titans could clash so spectacularly that it becomes the talk of the town. So, let's set the stage. Imagine Danny DeVito, all 5 feet of pure charisma, waddling onto the Jimmy Kimmel Live set, ready to promote something, maybe the new season of It's Always Sunny, maybe a new movie with his old pal Arnold Schwarzenegger, or maybe just to share some hilarious grandpa stories, because let's be real, Danny's been gushing about being a grandfather lately, and it's the most wholesome thing ever. He's got that twinkle in his eye, that mischievous grin, and the audience is eating it up. Jimmy, meanwhile, is in his element, suit sharp, smirk sharper, ready to lob some playful jabs and keep the vibes light. The show's rolling, the crowd's hyped, and everything's going according to plan. But then, out of nowhere, something shifts. Maybe Jimmy makes a joke that lands wrong, something about Danny's height, or his age, or maybe he pokes at It's Always Sunny in a way that feels more mean-spirited than funny. Danny's known for his quick wit, his ability to roll with the punches, but this time, he doesn't laugh it off. His smile falters, his eyes narrow, and you can feel the tension ripple through the studio. The audience senses it too, that awkward moment where the laughter dies down and everyone's waiting for someone to break the silence. According to the rumors, and I'm pulling from some spicy X-posts here, like one from a user called as Frog Humpers who claimed Jimmy was so rude and disrespectful to Danya. It all started with Jimmy pushing too far, maybe bringing up something personal, like Danny's unconventional marriage with Rhea Perlman, or maybe even dragging politics into it, knowing Danny's got strong opinions and isn't afraid to speak his mind. Whatever it was, it lit a fuse in Danny, and he wasn't about to let it slide. Now, picture this: Danny, leaning forward in his chair, his voice dropping to that gravelly growl we all love. But this time it's not Frank Reynolds playing dirt. Yep, it's Danny DeVito, the man himself, calling Jimmy out right there on live TV. He's not yelling, not yet, but he's firm, direct, maybe saying something like, "You know, Jimmy, I came here to have a good time, not to be your punching bag." The crowd gasps, Jimmy's caught off guard, and the producers in the control room are probably freaking out, wondering if they need to cut to commercial. But Danny's on a roll, and he's not stopping. He's got decades in this industry, he's worked with everyone from Scorsese to Schwarzenegger, and he's not about to let some late-night host make him the butt of the cheap joke. The X-posts claim Danny kept going, maybe throwing in a jab about Jimmy's own career, like how the Man Show wasn't exactly high art, or how Jimmy's been writing the same shtick for years. It's a verbal sparring match, and Danny's got the upper hand because, let's face it, nobody out charismas Danny DeVito. Jimmy tries to pivot, maybe with a nervous laugh or a weak apology, but it's too late. The vibe's gone sour, and Danny's not here for it. Some accounts say he stood up, all 5 feet of him radiating pure defiance, and said something like, "I'm done with this," before walking off. Others claim security got involved, which sounds a bit extra, But who knows? This is Hollywood, where egos clash and drama gets amplified. By this point, the audience is stunned, the internet's already buzzing with clips and reactions, and Jimmy's left trying to salvage the rest of the show. That's the picture being painted, and it's wild to think about, isn't it? Two guys who've made us laugh for years, suddenly at each other's throats, all because of a moment that spiraled out of control. But here's where it gets even crazier. Why would Danny, who's known for being a total pro, let it get to this point? And why would Jimmy, who's navigated plenty of tricky interviews, push Danny so far? There's got to be more to this, some backstory we're not seeing. Maybe a personal beef or a misunderstanding that's been simmering for a while. Or maybe it's just the pressure of live TV, where one wrong word can turn a friendly chat into a full-on feud. Whatever happened, it's got people picking sides, with some fans on X calling Danny a hero for standing up to Jimmy's smugness, while others think Danny overreacted and should have just played along. Me? I'm just here trying to piece it together, imagining Danny DeVito, the guy who once threw a trash can through a window as Frank Reynolds, bringing that same energy to a late-night set. It's the kind of moment that could go down in TV history, right up there with Kanye interrupting Taylor or Letterman grilling Joaquin Phoenix. But until we get the full story, or better yet, some leaked footage, we're left with the speculation, the memes, and the endless debate about who was in the wrong. So, what do you think? Was Danny justified, or did he take it too far? And what's Jimmy's next move after this supposed disaster? Stick around, because we're just getting started unpacking this Hollywood bombshell. Now, let's dig deeper into his Danny DeVito